Hi everybody, my name is Bobby from the Rabbitry Center, and today we're going to go over how to remove the bone from a hindquarter, a back leg of a rabbit. Now, removing the bone makes it so much easier on the person cooking the rabbit. Also, it opens up a world of possibilities when it comes to preparing meals. Now, some folks like to wear latex gloves. I simply just wash my hands and I make sure the rabbit is correctly chilled before I get started. If you'd like to know how to age your rabbit, I'll put a video in the corner. Now, make sure you have a clean surface, a sharp knife, and a steady hand. Now, if you're new to this, you may want to keep a Band-Aid and a latex glove nearby just so you can keep going if you happen to accidentally cut yourself. Now, be sure to take your time because there's no award for the fastest time or anything like that. You know, this should take you anywhere from a minute and a half to about 2 minutes. Now, if you've followed our videos in the past, you've seen us cut where the pelvic bone meets the joint. If you follow that line around the back end of the hindquarter, you can simply fold it over and it will snap right off. You may need to do a little bit of cutting. It's really not that difficult to cut around that hip bone. Now, if you're trying to convince your significant other who does a majority of the cooking to farm rabbits, eat more rabbits, now this is a great way to do it. You want to prepare and package this rabbit meat so that it's very similar to something they've been getting in the stores and they have experience cooking. Now, in the beginning, most of us just cook with the bone in it, and you can do that too. I still like to grill those pieces on the grill, especially if I'm heading out for a guy's weekend or something like that. No problem. The kids, they'll eat right through it. But when my wife is trying to prepare meals that specific, like stews and soups and things that she has to bake, it's much easier for her to use the deboned pieces of rabbit meat. So as you can see, this will help you with your rabbit cooking. It makes things easier on the rabbit cook. You know, if you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe for more tips to help you with your rabbitry. We specialize in videos to help you with your rabbitry, and if you want to make this a hobby, this passion of yours, turn it into a business, we can walk you right through that. We can help you. We provide courses on the rabbitrycenter.com. Be sure to check that out. Thank you so much for watching today. Let us know if you'd like to see any videos. We can recommend that. Be sure to just search the Rabbitry Center and then the topic you want covered. We can recommend a video, or you know what, we'll even make a video for you. So in this video I wanted to talk about packaging rabbit. So we always package the liver and the kidneys separate, if you can see that. And then we date them. Here's the front quarters. Now, this happens to be only 2 rabbits, but sometimes we'll put as many as 4 front quarters in here because they're going to cook just like chicken wings. So maybe on game day, you can get your front quarters going. I like hindquarters. I like the back straps, but the front quarters are always tasty. They're going to eat like a chicken wing, and that's how I like to package up the front quarters. These are 4 back straps. And it's only 2 rabbits, but I like to put as many as 4 rabbits just into one package because this is gonna cook just like chicken strips. Here's our hindquarters. Looks like the date got smudged a little bit, but I know it's right around August. But these are 4 hindquarters, 2 rabbits, and these are gonna cook just like 4 chicken breasts. I mean, that's a meal for everybody. So just wanted to share that. This is my tub that I always use, and that's how we package up the hindquarters, front quarters, back straps. And you know, moving forward, we may not go back to quartering an entire rabbit unless somebody were to ask for it. But in the future, you know, I really recommend packaging your rabbits like this. It makes it easier on whoever's preparing dinner to use the rabbit. Very cold day, but I wanted to show you, today we're actually processing some rabbits, and I want to show you my station in the garage here. You know, we used to have a salamander heater, and you smell the kerosene the whole time. So I wanted to show you this really cool heater that I place right behind where I'm processing the rabbits. I can get down to just my t-shirt. I got a movie going on the TV. It's really nice, even though it's 20 degrees out right now. Let me show you. Okay, so So here's this heater that I have. This thing is so nice. And I basically just place it right behind where I'm processing rabbits. And I have my little station right here. I'm just getting started. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because what a cool heater. I'll find a link for this and I'll put it down in the description. I'll find the best price and I'll link it down below. Today we're out putting the wind block up and I wanted to explain how we do this. We use 6mm plastic and you want to use this roll right here. That's the stuff you want. That's a really good deal and it will last you probably a couple years depending on how big your rabbitry hutch is. We just wrap the bottom half, the sides and the back. It's really important that you get your wind block up because the rabbits can't take that wind. That's how you can actually lose a rabbit to the cold. So what I do is I find the edge. So this stuff is all going to be folded up. So you'll peel it out and find the top square edge. You'll start at the edge, staple down the entire back. Pretty much every foot, every 12 inches, I'll put a 1/2 inch staple in. This stuff is really tough. It's almost like tarp. Now this gets pretty dirty, so usually what we do is we use it on the greenhouse first, and then we'll bring it over and use it on the rabbit hutch. After that, you know, they'll pretty much spray it, and it will be really dirty, and we'll just roll it up and throw it away in the spring. And we usually leave this on January and February, and that's pretty much the coldest months over the winter here in Michigan. But yeah, we'll just roll the back, and then what we do is once we get to the edge, sometimes we'll fold it to give it a little bit more to staple to on the rabbitry hutch. That's it. It just comes right out. And we don't have to hold it that long. Let me show you how fast this goes. You know, because I'm out here in the morning, in the dark. I got a headlamp on. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to sell. A good headlamp. You guys need a good headlamp. Look at this, guys. Look at all these guys. Yep, see, and they start chewing it. So that's a bowl that's not gonna last much longer. What I'll do is I'll spin it around, give them a fresh break here. All right, she wants some water. Mama wants some water. Don't cry. Come on. Come here.